It's that time of year again where we need to prepare our irrigation and sprinklers for the winter to avoid repairs in the spring. This is the backflow preventer that stops water that may be contaminated from going back into the drinking water system. It's required to have. And as I've learned in previous years, you want to make sure to properly winterize this. First thing you want to do is shut off the outside water. Most people will have the water outside of their home, but I happen to have it here in my basement. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that off, making it perpendicular to the piping. So the next thing you want to do is blow out the sprinkler lines. I use a spigot that is connected to my sprinkler system and an air compressor. I got this nifty little air compressor attachment here. And what I'll end up doing, the water's off now, turning this on so I can blow air through it, running the sprinklers like I would normally, and letting the air blow through those. Alright, before I connect this air compressor hose, I just want to point out I have the Ratio system. So I have an app, so I can quick run this as I'm using the air compressor to blow out the lines. So that's what I'm going to do. Remember, the water is off. At least it should be. You can see the sprinklers run as though they're running normally, but what's happening is the air is pushing all the excess water out, and it is convenient with the Ratio app because I can set the timer to a custom amount. So in this case, I'm setting everything to 5 minutes. You know, it's just about blown out once you get nothing but air. The drip is getting blown out nicely. Of course, the parkway. The sprinklers are all blown out. I let the sprinkler system run a little bit longer after I turn the air compressor off to make sure I don't have a blowout. So let's go ahead and remove this. Still some air in there. I like to leave the spigot open for the winter just to make sure it doesn't trap any water. Then we'll be headed down to the backflow preventer. The sprinklers are now blown out. This beauty I installed last year, it's been doing great, but I screwed up in previous years and I didn't do this portion properly. So let me teach you what I learned. So first you want to turn these two valves. Remember, the water is off, the sprinklers are blown out. You want to turn this valve to remain in a partially open position. They recommend you turn it halfway between the two on and off there. You also want to get a screwdriver and do the same thing with these. You will want to open these valves, leave it in a partially open and closed position. I like to do it so it's just enough so it's open, but not so open that a huge rock can fall in there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh baby. Got my microphone. So, see that? You know you're doing it right if they're squirting. In previous years, I didn't adjust these properly, leaving them to drain, and that is why I have a brand new backflow preventer. People have suggested insulating this. Not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.